Hey agents, welcome to another episode of S.W.O.R.D, the Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D podcast. My name is Phil Maynard.
I'm Sarah Dick.
And today we're going to be covering episode 3. What was this one called real quick? Do you remember?
It wasn't
No, this is the asset.
Yeah.
Okay. So we're going to be covering this. We have been having a lot of technical difficulties with getting the episode up.
Like a lot.
Yeah, a lot. This is like our first podcast, so bear with us on everything that we've been doing. That's why we haven't gotten it on iTunes yet, because I'm still having trouble actually figuring it out how to get it on there. I know there's a couple of easy steps to get it on there, but you have to pay for that stuff, and right now our income is not the best to get it up there yet.
And we're cheap.
Yeah. Okay, so I want to do a quick shout out to Mel Jones, because he's been doing a lot of stuff for S.W.O.R.D. He's made the he's the graphic designer for us. He created the logo. He's currently creating the website for us that should be up soon. And he's pretty much the spokesperson who's been getting us a lot of our viewers. And he's also emailed what's it called? Quiver, and let them do a shout out for us, which we're very thankful for, because Amanda Compton and Michael Cohen were the ones who got us into actually doing this. So you should check out their podcast also if you enjoy the show Arrow. This episode today had a couple of Easter eggs, mainly an actual character from the comics.
So very obvious.
Yeah, that you can tell by like the very end shot is very obvious that he's the main character in the comics. But we still haven't gotten any emails to read on the podcast, so I guess we're gonna just jump right into the episode again. For number 3.
Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
Yeah. Okay, so I'm going to be starting in just a couple seconds. I'm letting it go through, and then I'll let you know exactly when it starts. Now here's the Marvel logo going through. Okay. Are the subtitles on right now?
Probably not.
It should be on. It should be on.
No, because this is a truck driver.
Yeah, but there's nothing said right now. So we're seeing a truck driver driving through what looks like
California.
Yeah.
Looks like.
Okay. Look. Okay. We got subtitles going.
He's singing far and wide.
Okay.
Is that an actual song, or is he?
Probably this is an actual song that it's probably a country song.
I don't know. Again, I missed the first 2 minutes.
Okay. So he's transporting something, and we just what?
His joke.
So we're pretty much just assuming that he's transporting just regular cargo. But then again, for a show about S.H.I.E.L.D., that's never really the point. But right now we have a couple people driving black SUVs alongside of
a truck, and it's obvious that her code name is Little Girl, and now she got blown away.
Yeah. Big
boy swerves and swears, and little boy is behind him freaking out like, what the heck just happened? He didn't see anything.
Okay, so, yeah, because stuff's just coming out of nowhere. And I love this.
Oh, it's cool tech.
Yeah, it reminded me a lot of Knight Rider, with how the car just turns into like a computer screen on the windshield.
Oh, never really saw a Knight Rider.
They had a short-lived, revamp of it.
Oh.
But that was during when the writer strike happened, so it didn't last long.
Oh, there goes the car.
Crazy.
That was so cool.
And now he just flies up into the air practically.
Yeah, that is such a cool shot. I'm envious of whoever can do that.
They probably are using a crane to do it.
Probably, but it still looks very cool.
Yeah.
Oh no.
And now we see that the truck is practically destroyed. And I'm surprised that the driver lives because
he has some endurance.
Yeah.
Do you know if the other cars survived, or if it was just him? Because I don't know.
I think it was just him that survived, because we didn't see them come back.
And they did get flipped. I guess the people who wrecked it were kind of trying to protect the cargo too much.
Yeah.
But he looked like he was going down, under all of that.
Yeah, and now we see that the S.H.I.E.L.D. logo on, a giant safe.
And they're just blasting the way through.
And they open it up, and there's Dr. Franklin Hall right there.
He's just sitting there. Are we there yet?
Now the S.H.I.E.L.D. logo and the bus.
So that's what it's actually called.
Yeah, they call it the bus, and I find that hilarious.
Yeah. And then, well, they call it the plane later on. Oh, she's late.
So we see S.W.O.R.D is supposed to be training Skye.
And she's complaining about having to do workouts.
Which I think we all would if we were thrown into this position, probably.
But she looks great in her training gear.
Yeah.
She looks really good.
She does, but she has no idea what she's doing, and S.W.O.R.D knows way too much of what he's doing.
And it's obvious, because he cares, and she doesn't.
Yeah. It's hilarious how he can just, how he's trying to punch it, and he looks like a giant tiger punching it, and then when she punches it, she looks like a baby kitten hitting it.
Yeah, I know.
It's like he's putting so much strength into the hit, while she's just like tap 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 tap.
Like one of those, what was the cartoon? Not the cartoon, the little toy, you know, where it was like two boxer things going after each other.
Rock'em sock'em.
Rock'em sock'em. She looks like one of those things that's only hands. Oh wait, now she wants to be like them.
Yeah, she wants to be part of the nerd squad.
But
we got the biochemist and the engineer.
With Fitzsimmons.
Yeah. She would be a perfect hacker. We got S.W.O.R.D for the fighting,
but
Melinda May for being just the pilot. Well, she's way more than the pilot.
Especially after this episode.
Yeah.
But like, yeah, she's too dumb for smart stuff.
Yeah.
High school dropout.
Yeah.
She said. I don't know if that's true. She just said it. And she wants to know his defining moments. Why he decided to become a S.H.I.E.L.D. agent and what drives him or whatever.
Oh, the truth serum. I love how she says the truth serum, right? And
he's like, oh, you know, my level 1 overshare that miraculously got you to cooperate.
And then we don't have a truth serum.
Her confused look.
I love how they keep talking about it throughout the entire episode, though.
Fitzsimmons are excited.
Because they
have, like, nerd stuff going on.
Yeah, now they have, like, a nerd mission that they have to go on now.
So, Priority Red, protect assist off something.
Well, Franklin Hall was the Priority Red.
Yeah, he's the assist,
and then they were
his students,
yeah.
So they love him. He's like, oh no, Dr. Hall!
Which is awesome because Dr. Hall was actually in the comics, so it's cool that they're introducing characters finally.
Finally?
Well, other than Coulson, and he was never even in the comics.
Well, we have that the first guy was.
Oh yeah, Luke Cage, obviously.
We think.
But we haven't got an answer for that totally yet.
So this is the first real, truly from the comics guy.
Yes. And so is like the gravitonium or whatever they call it in the episode. That's actually from the comics.
Why did they all walk in a straight line?
Because it makes dramatic effect.
Well, yeah, let's just think about that. I said all the time in anime, it's so unrealistic. Whatever. They're going through the stuff and talking to the truck driver.
Okay, so
they think it's an inside job at this point.
But obviously we know later if it is or isn't.
Oh, and Simmons found something weird.
What'd she find again?
I don't know. She doesn't know what it is, and he's saying, well, I'm not wearing the glasses, so I don't know. And now he wants the material, and she's like, no, I don't want to give it up.
Okay, so she's starting to figure out what the gravitonium is.
Electrostatic field scanner activated something, because it's like electrical. They find it out later.
So we see that, what's going on now? Okay, so now all the sand is like going crazy and starting to attack them. And
sorry, I just had a flashback from Spider-Man.
Oh, Sandman, yeah.
Yep.
Hey, maybe they could bring him in, but no, they can't
No.
do that with the whole Spider-Man movie being totally different from the Marvel Cinematic Universe.
Wait, is Spider-Man Marvel or is it?
He is Marvel, but
okay.
he's owned by a different company.
Oh, okay.
Right now. And
now we need
commercials.
to fast forward.
I'm fast forwarding through them. I'll let you know when I get to it.
But it ended with them finding a little ball thing that was causing the gravity fluctuations.
Yeah. Which we find out later is like the big thing that can control gravity.
It can't control it. It manipulates it. And
It controls the
alters
gravity
it.
force around anything.
As I said, it doesn't really control it, does it? It just changes it, right?
Yeah.
Up
one
and it's
sec.
back.
No, it's not back yet. Sorry.
Some commercial. Toy Story.
Toy Story terror. I want to see that. That actually does look good.
That looks dumb. Okay, now we're back.
Okay, now we're back to the show.
She has this. Oh my gosh, May has such the stony face.
She has the perfect poker face. I would be scared to play poker against her.
You mean like
Okay.
fists and them?
Next episode,
whatever.
yeah, but yeah. For those of you who are listening to us later down the road, we got messed up by
My midterm.
scheduling conflicts. So we are recording we are going to be recording 2 episodes today instead of just episode 3. We're going to be recording episode 4 also.
Which is why this is so late.
Yeah.
Okay,
Sorry.
back to what they're doing now. Oh, she's like, what do you mean you have no truth serum?
Ward said that. And
Really? Did he? Yeah.
I love Coulson. He's just like, oh, that's interesting that he said that, and she's still confused if it's true or not, that they have it or not.
Hence why I think of her. You have to read the entire binder of discussion.
You want to be the hacker? Get into what is it? Communication stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Actually doesn't seem like that much.
So now we see a horse rider.
Cowboy from the Old West, man.
But Coulson's there, so it's not Old West.
Who the hell are you? A concerned Simpson.
So Coulson, we now see hanging out with Lola again, because Lola is awesome.
But now he's showing off Lola in front of this cowboy guy and says, I know what you did.
So he's confronting the guy about
Selling
his construction equipment to and then we see Ward just rip this guy off of the horse with a gun.
And then he makes the Old West reference with his shotgun.
Okay.
Oh, and they love the Old West. Like, they're going for the whole gold thing, too.
Yeah. They're enjoying making fun of it right now, currently.
They really are. Look at that bag.
And that's crazy that he was actually able to be paid in gold.
That is the coolest way to be paid. You know, the whole, like, oh, you can pay me in gum. No, pay me in gold. That
can be used later in the future for, like, more money than it's actually worth currently.
Exactly.
If you know when to sell and when to buy.
Okay, they're determining the mine based off of the impurities because it's not refined gold.
Where's Tanzania?
Tanzania.
Where's that?
I thought it was in Africa.
Maybe.
Well, I'm guessing. I never took geography. You did.
I did, but, like, that was, like, 5 years ago, though.
Oh my gosh, we're so
How am I
old.
supposed to remember that?
I don't know. I remember human geography.
I'm sorry. And how's that useful for you now?
It's not.
Good.
It makes you feel
Okay,
better.
when they were walking along this plank, I really thought, I wonder if in an outtake she just pushes him right into the water.
I would have so done that.
I know, that would have been like the perfect time to do it.
It's so tempting.
Okay, so now we have Hall being like kidnapped and forced into this room, but like he doesn't seem that scared to be in this room.
I know the actor who plays Quinn. I just don't know his name.
I don't know who that is.
Whatever.
Okay.
Stealing him.
So what the guy's saying is that I'm not stealing your idea. I'm stealing you to make the idea.
Well, no, he's not stealing him. He
rescued him.
He freed him so that Hall can help Quinn
create
whatever.
The ultimate device of destruction or whatever.
Yeah, because Quinn is going to do it either way, and Hall will want to help him, right?
Yeah. So,
Oh, they're talking about why S.H.I.E.L.D. can't get to them now.
Oh, because they're international or whatever?
Yeah, because, this country is especially anti-big people, so,
What country are they in?
Malta?
Oh, okay.
So they don't like S.H.I.E.L.D. and they don't like anything. And he bought the prime ministers of state. Which,
like, maybe our currency's better than theirs, so maybe like that costed him about $132 maybe.
No way.
I remember in the movie Euro Trip, like they had like $1.28, and they were able to stay in like a 5-star resort.
Yeah. Now it would be like you have $1.28 and you don't even get 3 yen.
Okay, so now Quinn brought out the little device that was used to destroy or take down the semi-truck.
And he's saying it's just a mini prototype, but I have the real thing.
And that he's requesting Quinn's help. Or not really requesting it, he's more like forcing it.
He's not forcing it, he's actually saying it.
Gravitonium.
Oh, and now we get Fitz and Simmons' nerdy explanation.
Talking about how gravitonium is the thing that controls the force around gravity.
Telling this to the high school dropout.
High school dropout.
How can we explain this to a moron?
God, this is okay. You know how we are stuck to the ground? This creates so we don't.
This is confusing. Now he's gesturing to try and explain it.
I think for the high school dropout, all you would have to say is, "Do you know what the Force is from Star Wars?"
She would get
that.
That's
it.
I think his hand gestures kind of help.
Yeah, that hand gesture with the whole shaking and all that stuff. Like we can't hear it right now, but it worked perfectly somehow.
Kind of funny. Why is it that every time I see Simmons, she's smiling like a little?
Well, remember the episode where she was like, where they were kidnapping Fitz, and all she was doing was just standing there in the background?
Yeah, but she's like almost always smiling. I think she's kind of just eye candy.
She's giddy about everything.
She is, but it's like too much. Okay, now we're back to Quinn and
Franklin.
Hill.
Hall. Dr. Franklin Hall.
Okay.
Good enough.
Frank, can I call him Frankie? Because everyone I know that's named Frank is now Frankie to me. Because of horrible reasons. Okay.
So we have Hall here, and Quinn's telling him that he'll give him 50% of the Nobel Peace Prize or whatever.
No, he says he won't try and buy Hall with the Nobel Peace Prize idea or the 50% price. And he wants to just show it to him and know that Hall will help. Yeah, and now we see like the giant version of the. Hall looks disturbed, but yeah, the giant version of the
gravitonium.
Gravitonium machine.
Yeah. So.
Can we call it a gravitron?
No. That's what his name is later, so can't really call it that yet.
Yeah, I guess.
So.
And we're back to S.H.I.E.L.D.
Okay, now we're back on the bus. And now they're talking about how no one in their group would be able to get into the resort. But without risking, without risking
war.
S.H.I.E.L.D.
War.
Yeah. Because they have to have a non-S.H.I.E.L.D. operative doing it. And I love this.
He wants a monkey.
It's like, we could get a monkey. If we had a small monkey, it could slip through it all, and it would disable everything.
With his adorable little hands.
Yes.
And what's his name again?
Ward.
Ward wants to just be dropped in.
Like, Ward can parachute in and with a machine gun. I did that in Grand Theft Auto earlier today.
Oh, screw GTA.
You haven't played it yet.
No, I haven't.
Okay, so now she's saying, "Oh, I can do it. I can break in. I'm not a S.H.I.E.L.D. operative. I can.
And they're like,
I'll be your monkey."
And yeah, they would rather have the monkey than her.
No, Fitz would rather have the monkey than her.
Of course, because she's his eye candy.
Oh my gosh, I love that.
I hated when she was dealing with stuff with her hands and talking to them because it seemed so complicated, and she totally did not hack into something right then to get the invite immediately.
Nice.
She did not have that amount of time.
Yeah, that's why a lot of people think that the only way she was able to get that is because she kind of like text Rising Tide, "Hey, I need to get into this party. Thanks."
Yeah, except it's explained later that she hacked and she got a thing to go and forced him to give her an invitation or something. I don't know, whatever.
Okay, back to the show.
Choosing outfits.
I love this because Phil Coulson is choosing his suits, and the suits are all exactly the same.
That's like something from a cartoon. They're like, "Oh, what outfit should I wear today?"
And it's from a character who says the same thing every day. But it's funny with Coulson because like he is that character.
Well, like later when they show him in a when they show Ward in a wetsuit, like Phil is still in his suit, and it's like, it couldn't be a wetsuit.
Well, that would be hilarious to see like a suit that looks like a wetsuit, or like a wetsuit that looks like a suit.
Now Ward is complaining about Sky.
Saying that she's just an asset. We shouldn't use her.
She doesn't have her heart into it.
We don't know where her loyalty fully lies yet. I think that's the big sum up of it.
He's still suspicious of her, yeah. I think.
So, Coulson is awesome, so he's saying that, just trust it. Stop worrying, just trust it. Oh, I love this.
I thought this was a real gun the first time I saw it. I'm like, why is he pointing a real gun at her? And
I love it because they totally took this from a scene from Arrow.
I'm a proper Southern girl. You'll make me untidy.
I love it because this is an actual thing that they used in Arrow, where Slade was teaching Oliver how to like steal the gun, and then he's like, "You're pointless. I can't teach it to you. You can't do this." And then later, in front of Slade, while Slade is on the ground, he just steals the gun from him. He steals the gun from the other guy, and he goes like, "Oh, so you did learn from me." Okay, so you need pieces. Okay, wait. What?
He got beat up by his dad or something because of something dumb with him and his brother. I think it was his dad.
And that's why he joined S.H.I.E.L.D.
No, it was why he learned to protect himself, because he had to protect him and his little brother from whoever.
Okay.
His dad.
So that led into the steps of joining S.H.I.E.L.D.
Exactly. Yeah, where he, like a little kid learns the proper way of justice and then later becomes a policeman who later becomes an FBI agent.
Who then becomes the president of the United States.
Nah, that would never ever happen.
No, I don't know why, but they always elect people that have been in the actual military, not FBI or CIA.
Well, that and you have to be rich. And
True.
so they kind of like.
Well, Romney didn't win.
Well,
screw
Romney.
Okay, so now we're seeing back that that they have a blueprint of the building, of how the system works of the building, so they can hack into it, and so Sky knows what she's gonna do when she gets there.
And they're telling her what's with her powder.
Oh, I love this little like compact mirror thing. Like the second he pulled out it, I automatically knew what it was, because this is like stuff that's in every like comic and superhero and all that.
I was thinking Totally Spies.
Oh yeah, Totally Spies. I remember that from that show.
You watched that show?
Okay, so now we have back in the show that she knows what she's doing now, I think.
Oh, and May is assuming she's going, because she kind of wants to go, but she doesn't want to admit it.
Yeah, so she's like, so she's pretty much like, if Sky doesn't work out, send me in. Right? Is that the best way to sum it up?
No, she's saying that there's a two-man team going in with S.W.O.R.D, and she's the only other operative.
Well, Coulson, but we haven't really seen him much fight. And
well, yeah,
we know he's going in.
That's why she wasn't implying that he was going in, because she didn't know.
Which, well, at the end of the episode, we'll cover more about the possible Coulson theories, because we had a bunch of hits on the Facebook page about that, but that I'd like to cover. But currently, we have Sky arriving at the, at what's it called? The resort or whatever?
Quinn's Mansion.
Yeah, Quinn's Mansion.
Oh, and there's a bunch of guys who I'm assuming are foreign, a few women. She's like the brightest one there.
Yeah.
I bet it's just so that she doesn't look like everyone else and you can see her in the crowd. Au revoir. Who are you?
I love this because
he speaks very little English and he sounds so mean.
Yeah, and she just like shows up that she doesn't know what she's doing. Pretty much, she's not used to being the spy, because she likes to give out the information and she doesn't like to hide the information, and that's what we see a lot with her character.
And she's being fed information on him so that she looks classy.
Yeah, and that's very helpful.
I could get used to this. It's
like Siri if it works. Nice.
She's using her dumb code, and Simmons has no idea what she's saying. Yeah, that's kind of funny. Like the eagle is there, and something, and something, and something, and poor Simmons is confused.
I think.
Oh my gosh, she just planted herself in the middle of their conversation.
Which I guess she can do.
That is so rude. Like everyone else is just like looking at him like, oh my gosh, isn't he great? And I'm like, She just, like, interrupted your conversation, shoved herself right up next to you, and completely distracted the man you were talking to. I think that's rude. I think it's rude.
Obviously it's rude, but have we learned that she doesn't care?
Well, yeah, but everyone else doesn't seem to care, except that one guy who just looks like, yeah.
Funny.
Whatever.
It's just, yeah, it's true. You're right. She does go out of nowhere to do that.
Okay, he's talking about her career possibilities, right? Yeah. He's offering her a job, and he's like, well, I didn't invite you for your pretty face. I didn't even know you had a pretty face. Most people would have then commented on it.
Oh, so she was invited to it. She didn't get it. She didn't sneak away in.
He said that we missed it. He said that what she did was impressive, and she said, oh, it was just this. He said, no, what was impressive was how you did this to make me give you the invitation. And, yeah, I don't know. Whatever.
So now he's offering her a job.
Yeah, because she's that good.
Which means she would be working 3 jobs, which means her paycheck would be huge.
Well, now you have the idea of if she wants to actually start working for him instead of S.H.I.E.L.D., because he said he wanted her before.
She's also working for Rising Tide.
True. So, but does she get paid through Rising Tide?
I don't think she gets paid through any so far.
True.
S.H.I.E.L.D. doesn't pay you. They just give you a nice home with food. And
safety.
Oh, look, you're right. He is just in a straight-up suit while crawling onto the beach. That is hilarious.
Suit is so wet.
Who cares? It's Coulson. Phil is awesome.
No, Phil is not awesome.
Both Phils are awesome.
Nope, only one.
Yep, I'm sorry, Coulson.
That is a lie.
I know, Coulson's so much cooler than me. He died and came back. Okay, here we go. Now they're talking more about Gravitonium.
That stuff looks so creepy.
No, what it looks like is really bad, like Smallville CGI.
I haven't seen Smallville. I thought it looked like oil that had, I don't know, oil, pretty much.
Yeah, it's, what it is, what is it? It's just like...
Gravitonium.
Yeah, I did not know Gravitonium looked like that, so that's very interesting. I wonder how they'll be able to continue the series with him. Or maybe he might be in, like, Avengers 2 or something as, like, the minor villain or whatever.
I really hope they don't include him in Avengers 2, but
no.
They could include him later in the series.
Yeah, I could see him recurring as a character in this show.
Oh, and okay, we're at Sky, and she's trying to get in the door. There is no keypad. There is no lock.
Okay.
And she found the reception desk. And now what do I do?
Okay, so
Cue Quinn.
She's still being talked to through S.H.I.E.L.D., and Quinn walks up to her while she's talking to herself. So that must be a little bit weird.
I don't know. I talk to myself all the time.
Yeah, but when you're in this type of job and you're talking to yourself, that's really suspicious.
I know, but again, I talk to myself all the time, so I'd never be able to have that job.
Well, you're just crazy, though. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so now she's saying, oh, can you just show me behind the doors so I don't have to, like, hack pretty much? Like, that's what she's pretty much just saying.
Oh, and now he's like, oh, you're treating me like a corrupt whatever? I don't know.
And now he's kind of pretty much figured it out.
And now she's saying, very obvious that she's halting and she's trying to give him a message secretly. It's really obvious.
And this is hilarious because how does S.H.I.E.L.D. not have, like, a camera set up in that room?
Because they couldn't even get inside.
That resembles exactly, like, in the same episode later. The next episode.
Whatever.
Something that happens. Okay.
Whoa! Weird commercial.
Yeah.
That was weird.
Okay, so, yeah, it's weird and everything this episode so far. It's almost over? Are you serious?
It's not even, it's like half.
Okay, well, after we get through the commercials, it's not going to be half.
It's still like half.
Okay.
It's more than half, but it's still around half.
It's like 2/3 of the way through.
No, it's not. No, it's like a half.
Okay, so
Meg is not like...
Now we're back on the bus, and Sky and Fitz are still trying to talk through them, are still trying to talk through Sky and get everything.
But they have no idea how she got in.
And May's just angry that she was left with the nerds.
And Fitz has theory. Oh, he needs to move his hands.
He's surrounded by girls, and bringing up this is kind of like, dude, no, don't, no. Ah, he did it.
he really needed to move his hands.
Well, he was trying to symbolize, like, how she got in.
He talked his hands. Well, it was pretty obvious.
Okay, now we see that Sky just dropped her ear communication into the champagne,
and she's sweet talking
so that S.H.I.E.L.D.
him.
can't listen.
But no, she's sweet talking him. She's flirting. Can't you tell?
I did not see. I was like confused by this scene, and then I just.
Her son switched.
Yeah.
I don't know. I can tell she's pretty flirting with him. She's being more upright. She's kind of pushing her chest up a little bit.
Like Fitz was saying to do.
Like Fitz was saying, except she's
Fitz
not.
Fitz is smart.
Fitz understands when a girl is flirting. She's talking sweetly.
Yes,
she's
Fitz
also,
can't find a girl.
He needs to look, and I'm sure. I vote. I want Fitz. Okay, but she.
He's just in a like straight on suit, and that's hilarious.
Okay, now we're back to Phil Coulson and
Ward climbing up, and now he.
That was so cool.
That was crazy. He throws up the sand and just gets destroyed.
And she doesn't have the system down, and she's supposed to, and they have a patrol coming any minute or second.
Well, here's the thing. Like, if patrol, I think that they would realize, like, if patrol comes from the front. Oh, okay, so they are coming from the back. I thought they were coming from the front.
Well, if they came from the front, they wouldn't be able to get to them.
True. That's what I'm saying. Like, the field would block it.
Okay, and now he's saying why S.H.I.E.L.D. would want her, fitting the profile, and she's like, oh my gosh, he's complimenting me. And he says, you have no family.
No one loves you.
That's one loves you.
That's why they would like you.
S.H.I.E.L.D. loves you. Well, like
S.H.I.E.L.D. doesn't love you. It uses you.
Yeah, that is his argument.
I think like that was like the motto of Avengers. Like, S.H.I.E.L.D. doesn't love you. It uses you.
And then
we don't tell you
bye.
anything. And then poor Coulson died in that movie. That sucked. But there he is,
he
like fighting.
Died.
Well, I'm going to have to cover that theory also. Another theory that someone was explaining that I read.
He's a zombie.
No. I know you want him to be a zombie. You said that in the first episode.
No, I said he was an alien.
You said he was an alien and a zombie, I think.
I don't know.
You said alien, robot, zombie.
Whatever. Let's go with that. He's an alien robot zombie. And Quinn is talking, Sky again.
Telling her that S.H.I.E.L.D. is just like a more extravagant version of Big Brother.
What's the way she's sitting? Oh my gosh.
Which she's smart because she isn't like closed stance. She's open, showing that she isn't a threat.
No, it's not that she's not a threat. It's that she's confident and she's not nervous
and
she's not sneaking around.
She's hacked in now.
Bat my eyes, and she's saying that S.H.I.E.L.D. wanted her to flirt with him.
I like the wrist bracelets. They look a lot like Wonder Woman's.
You're Wonder Woman.
Which is an entirely different universe, which is hilarious.
Oh, and now another patrol is coming for Coulson.
And now they have to jump past. They have to, like, Fitz has to get through and shut it down quick. And, okay. And it should be done. Okay. Go. And Ward barely makes it in time. He had to throw himself. He's like, oh, Coulson, you got out? Oh no. And he jumped.
I thought I was going to expect him to lose a shoe or something.
Or like a foot.
Yep. I was waiting for him to
and then they would call him like Peg Leg. He would be like a pirate superhero.
No. Perfect timing.
The timing on that was perfect.
Yeah.
And Quinn just realizes, oh, this is a hacker. Damn.
And now he has the gun. Hence, flashback to training. Oh, he found Dr. Hall.
Okay, so Coulson is now with Hall, and
Coulson's saying, let's get out.
And Hall's like, no, let's stay.
Yep.
Because I'm going to bring this whole house down, and we're all going to die, and it'll be a happy day.
Yep. And May just discovered something.
What'd she discover? I wasn't looking. I was looking at the mic.
She saw a picture of him.
Of Hall?
Yeah.
Okay.
It reveals what Hall did later.
Okay. And Hall's saying that the best way that we can get rid of this is if we just bury it at the ocean with us all.
And May is saying that Hall was the one that revealed his own location.
so that they would kidnap him and he could destroy this device.
So, very cunning plan.
He is brilliant.
I wouldn't say that.
He's a scientist.
So is Fitz and Coulson.
He has a doctorate.
I don't know if they do or not.
He just said that they keep calling him Dr.
So?
Franklin Hall. That means he has a doctorate.
They're being polite. You could call someone like a bunch of my professors are doctors and they want us to refer to them by their first names. Okay?
Who do you have?
Like, there was Dr. Merstman. Oh, yeah, I just shouldn't say their names.
Oh, one sec. I way overshot that.
Yeah.
Okay, now we had the Willem Dafoe Mercedes-Benz commercial, and the show's on.
There we go.
And now, like, the whole roof was upside down.
Out, man.
And Coulson is now on the roof with a table next to his face.
We didn't know he's on the roof yet.
Oh, I'm sorry. He is upside down, or, he's on the roof. We know he's on the roof. That's why he's laying on a light.
Oh, I didn't notice that before.
You didn't see that he was sleeping on a light?
No. Just something very bright. Okay, oh, and he's telling them it's much bigger than we had previously, whatever.
They thought it was going to be like 10 inches like it already was, and it turns out that it was like 12 feet long.
2 inches.
I know, but they were thinking that the bigger one was just going to be like double the size.
And he's like, no, like 100 million times.
Coulson's still trying to figure out how he's on the roof, and Hall is just walking happily across the roof.
I was going to say, how is that whatever not broken? And it's because it's a plastic bottle.
And I love this. I love how he pours the wine because he knows that the gravity's off. But,
and Coulson is trying to convince him to
shut it off.
He's like, nah, I don't want to.
I'd rather die with it. Look, he's pouring it and it's just all like flying across. It's hilarious. Is that wine or whiskey?
It looks like whiskey.
It could be like a white wine.
No, it looks brown, not like a white wine.
True. Oh, and now we have Skye grabbed by the throat and thrown up against a wall with a gun in her face.
So exactly like training, and she's barely remembering.
Pretty much like a normal Tuesday for her.
But she's trying to explain why she chose S.H.I.E.L.D. and can't remember Ward's touching story.
And
Ward is lost. He reminds me of Zorro right now, like getting lost.
Yeah, he's trying to figure out where he's going, and like he doesn't have no clue.
He doesn't have no clue.
Which means he knows exactly where he's going.
Exactly.
Double negative right there on accident.
And Quinn keeps yelling at her a lot, doesn't he?
But why is he yelling at her? Like, there's no reason. Like, there's no reason to yell.
He's mad that she like betrayed him or something.
And now the gun's back in her face again. Oh, and she disarmed, and now he's just points his finger like a gun at one of his men. And then kids cut ball. But remember in the training when he said that pulling the trigger is different? Yeah.
She's such a coward. Oh my gosh.
Well,
she ditched the gun and just jumped into a pool. Why not just, keep the gun or shoot them or shoot away from them? It's like, it's not that hard. Well, if she shot at them or near them, the other guy had a gun. True, so you're right. He could have easily just took her out instantly. I guess that would have been it. But he was kind of an idiot for not shooting her. Instantly? Yeah. Well, that's true. Like, she ran for it. She has more information, so why would you kill the person who has all the information? Because Quinn was about to. I learned that in the movie Body of Lies that I watched this week. It's not that great. Is that with the Leo DiCaprio? It was Leonardo DiCaprio. It wasn't that great of a movie. Then again, I'm not a big war film fan, though, so other people may have liked it. If you are an agent watching this, I'm sorry if I made fun of a movie that you liked. Okay, so now we have Coulson and Hall, like, they're not on the roof anymore, or the floor, they're on the wall. And he's trying to convince Hall to be good because he has Fitz and Simmons on his side. Yeah, and Hall's like, Fitz and Simmons? I don't really remember them. Like, I had so many S.H.I.E.L.D. is just as guilty as Quinn is. You summoned freaking aliens. Yeah, they brought an alien invasion to this world. Fair point, yeah, we did do that on accident. Yep. How come the lights are still pretty... Working? No, like pretty? Perpendicular? Hanging right? Because they're on a, like,
a wire, or like an actual pole, not a wire.
Okay, I get it. She runs pretty well in a dress.
Yeah.
What, are you looking at her running?
No, her dress is nice, but and then when we see Ward just coming in.
Oh, he got all like weird.
We have Ward coming in doing his like fighting Q-jitsu or whatever.
You are horrible. Horrible.
Well, he knows some other stuff. Oh, someone was thrown into the river. Someone was thrown into the water finally.
He owned the Asian guy. That was like one Asian
fighting stance. That was crazy.
Oh, and she got all scared and ran into his arms practically.
Yeah, they need to not do that stereotype for the show.
I know. They're going to though.
Okay.
Oh, you know they are.
Yeah, and now, okay, what's going? Okay, now Coulson has the gun and he's pointing it at Hall. Oh, and now they're on the other wall now. FYI, just need to let you know that.
The one that's right in front of the, right above the machine. But, and cutting the power doesn't work.
And then they're saying, find the catalyst, create a chemical reaction.
Yeah. This was so sad.
Well, it's not really sad because it creates gravitron.
Well, it is sad, but, like, Hall completely thinks what he's doing right. And I love what
Every villain thinks that they're doing this right.
Every villain thinks that they're right, and he actually isn't being greedy or thinking he's giving stuff up. He actually wants to save a lot of people.
By destroying science that no one else can figure out except him.
Yeah.
Which, it's just like, that's why S.H.I.E.L.D. would not let this happen. And Coulson just holds onto the wire.
Dramatic fall.
Dramatic fall that takes about
I love how
5
he didn't
seconds.
hit the little spinning things at all.
No, that's what you're not supposed to hit it. Like, the way it spins, like, it's like as if nothing's there at all times, practically.
I know, that's the idea, but there is something there.
I know, but it's either, when you hit it, it's as if, like, nothing's always there or something's always there.
And it probably would have pulled him in anyway.
Yeah.
I don't understand how that stopped it. How did that stop it?
Because it was a chemical reaction with his body chemicals. Reaction with it, it completely
Dude, that dude looks totally CG'd.
Where?
I think it's on purpose. I think he's in front of a camera.
Oh, yeah. He's totally in front of, like, a green screen right now.
But it's, like, obvious.
This is, like, Agent, like, number, like,
10.
4 that we've seen in the show. That
number
is not
4
on the bus.
nameless. Yeah. And he's still upset that he's rusty.
Yeah, he can't figure out how to...
And May got all mad.
May's like, why did you not send me it?
Yep.
Like, I could have done it, and he's like,
But you don't want to. You want to get off the plane? Fine, go.
Go ahead.
So you're going to make me say it, aren't you?
I want to bring back the cavalry. The cavalry's back.
That's such a dumb nickname.
But we don't know why she's called that yet.
No, I am curious.
I can't wait till we find out the backstory of why she's called the cavalry.
I want to find out all their backstories, especially Phil's.
We know his backstory. He was.
No, we don't know
his backstory. We know as far back as 2008.
Do not. No, you have your theory, and that should go back farther than 2008.
Well, I'm saying 2008. We know everything about him since he was in Iron Man, the first Iron Man movie.
We're back to Sky.
Now she's punching like a full cat and not a kitten anymore.
On her own.
Yes, and Ward's not even, like, he's watching, and I don't think she knows. Okay, now she does, because they're talking.
And she's talking about how she doesn't have a family. And one house, Massachusetts, I don't know.
Something's going on here, something very dramatic, so it's not very important to the story, probably.
It's important to her backstory.
Yeah, I love how S.H.I.E.L.D. that they have that S.H.I.E.L.D. has their own water bottle company, pretty much.
Oh, she said that she had like a foster family,
and she was always getting tossed around.
Or that she was an orphan. Yeah, see. And that the Brodys were her first foster family. Oh no, third, and they were special to her apparently. I don't know why this one was different. Whatever. It's kind of emotional. It's kind of hard to...
Because she wanted them to like her, because she was tossed around to a couple different places.
And yeah, she wanted a family, but...
And now she kind of has one on the bus. With,
yeah.
Like, a creepy brother for Fitz. Like, a crazy older sister for Simmons. mom for
Why is
May.
Sue's an older sister?
I don't know.
I
She's
think
younger,
they're more
but-
like little. I think they're more like little siblings, Fitz and Simmons, and then Ward is like a tough older brother, because she already refers to May and Coulson as mom and dad.
Yeah, all of that. Like, it was weird when mom and dad was fighting, and Coulson's just like, yeah, sorry.
Oh, too easy of an anime reference right here, man.
Okay, so now she's just going back to punching the punching bag, hoping that she can get stronger.
And now he's there for support for more than one reason. I know there's a truth serum. Whatever.
No, there isn't. And S.H.I.E.L.D. logo. And a fast forward into commercials because the after credit scene is awesome.
Can't really talk during the commercials.
Huh?
Just, I don't know,
well,
quiet during commercials.
With the upcoming part, like, I like how they're doing after credit scenes with the show.
Yeah, I really love after credit scenes because they make you want to watch the entire time instead of...
Which they do in every episode, which is, like, great that they do that. I'm really happy that every episode ends with, like, an after credit scene. Number 2 is the best, obviously. What's that? Theirs was obviously the best because they had Nick
Fury.
And number 3 introduces a villain.
Yeah.
So
okay,
so here we are back to it.
First.
Car chartering.
What?
What's that?
Car starting.
Starting. Oh.
Like, can you not read?
I cannot read. Remember? Okay, so now we see the gravitron.
Things somehow being controlled.
And like it's moving around and like twisting and all that globby stuff.
Like a good gravitronium stuff.
Gravitonium.
Tonium.
And they just removed like the name of it.
Because it was his duty to make sure it was unlabeled, unlisted, everything.
So that no one knew what it was.
Yep.
And
oh, there's my hand! Oh, that's so creepy. Oh, that's so creepy.
It's like a horror film ending.
Yeah, pretty much. But it was like creepy though.
Okay, so we're gonna talk about podcast now. We keep getting stuff about people saying, "What's your theories on Coulson's bringing back to life?" Now, I've been reading a lot more on how this is happening. I even read an article today on what he's actually said, on what Coulson or what Clark Gregg has actually said himself about the matter.
Does he even know yet?
No, he doesn't know, but he thinks what he's saying is that every time the word Tahiti or his death is referenced, he just goes into like this monologue thing.
Yeah.
He just goes into like this instant like thing. It's like a trigger word is what they're saying.
Yeah.
Sorry. It's like a trigger word that whenever he hears it, he just gets transported like back to, oh, it's a magical place. You should visit there sometime. Like.
Yeah, kind of.
So what I read a comment on that article saying was someone said that they might be building him up for those of you who know who know a lot about Marvel. Vision. I know you don't. So Vision is like a robotic humanoid character. He's mainly robotic, but he has superhuman abilities, which is the thing that someone said if you saw the first episode, remember when he ducked the car door?
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's one of the things that Vision has. He has these ultrasensory.
So you think Phil Coulson might be being made into Vision or be Vision already?
No, he's being built into Vision currently.
Well, then how can they change him between now and then?
Because they got a lot of time.
Yeah, true.
What they'll probably do is they'll probably give us like the final of how he survived, of how he lived, right before Captain America: Winter Soldier comes out, and then that's going to be right before the off season, which is going to be the huge cliffhanger of the season.
I can see that happening, yeah.
And then we'll have another season go through. Oh wait. Yeah, we'll have another season go through, and then we'll have the Avengers 2 movie come out. So, Age of Ultron, with them introducing Ultron, there is a chance that Coulson could be back in it as Vision.
That would be weird.
That would be really cool, though.
It would be. It'd just be weird.
Yeah, imagine, like, Tony and, like, Thor and Captain and...
Finding that he's alive.
Like, they're like, wait a minute. He's alive? You told us he was dead. And then, like, I could just see Tony Stark just looking at Fury going, like, did you replace his collectible cards that you ruined. And then Nick Fury just would say, "Oh no," and then Tony Stark would go like, "Oh, I ordered them on eBay. Don't worry," because he has the money and stuff to do it.
He's like the only one with the actual.
And he's the one who cared the most about Phil.
Well, yeah, because he was the one who kept like, "Stop hitting on my girlfriend. Stop hitting on my girlfriend. Stop hitting on my girlfriend."
He was never hitting on his girlfriend. Coulson just had a job and he was there and protected Pepper.
And she was being nice to him, and Tony was like, "Stop being nice to my girlfriend. Stop being nice to my girlfriend." And he was jealous.
The only person he was ever jealous of was Aldrich Killian. You still haven't seen it. Are you serious? Oh my gosh. Again, when you leave here...
Iron Man 3?
Yes, it's still Iron Man 3.
When I leave here, I am not going to be watching Iron Man 3.
You should, though.
I would be playing a Pokemon game.
Oh, you got... Okay, you got it all?
Well, that, and I've been playing Sapphire lately. But, okay, let's not talk about Pokemon.
Okay, so, and some of our viewers are saying that he's a LMD life model decoy. But, I'd like to hear thoughts on why people think he's so-and-so, different theories on why.
He's a robot alien zombie.
Okay. What I think they should do, like, later down the road, if the show does well, they could do special episodes for the Halloween episodes.
So, like...
For the Marvel Zombies universe.
There's a Zombies Marvel universe?
Yeah, you should check out that comic. That comic series. You would probably love it.
Why is it? It's about zombies?
Yes. Dude. All the superheroes are zombies.
Oh, that would be cool.
That could be like, because every show has always had like their special holiday episode.
Unfortunately.
Like there's been shows where their special holiday episode was a Christmas or a Halloween or a Thanksgiving episodes. Friends was always known for their for their Thanksgiving, and Modern Family's known for their Halloween.
NCIS likes doing a lot of them. You always have some Christmas, some Thanksgiving, some Halloween. I love those Halloween murders. They're so cool.
It's probably the creepiest ones, though, right?
Well, yeah.
Okay. Okay, so I guess that's all we have for today. Oh, by the way, I keep forgetting to do this. Send us an email, and then we can read it on the show. Our email is SWORD@aospodcast@gmail.com. Send us an email on your thoughts of the episode, or like what you think could happen in the show, and we'll discuss it on the episode, or while we record S.W.O.R.D. What we do is we watch it on the Tuesday that it comes out, and then we record on Wednesday mid-afternoon, so you'd be able to send it to us within that time frame, and then we'll be able to talk about it on the show. Also, join our group on Facebook. We're the S.W.O.R.D AoS podcast. I don't know if we have a specific / yet, or if it's just XK4GLN. Like,
the fact that you know that is kind of scary.
I don't know. I'm just saying random letters and numbers currently.
If you said if it's true, if it's that would be creepy.
And you should all join that page.
Yeah, that one.
Not ours. Join that one. But go check out the Quiver podcast if you are a fan of the show Arrow. Thank you for checking out S.W.O.R.D. And until next time, stay classified, agents.